I must ride on my bike again to the open road and the sky, and all I ask is a green Kawasaki and a sat-nav to steer her by. And the wheels kick, and the engines whir, and the white lines tracing, and a soft breeze, a smooth road, and the sunlight breaking. I must ride on my bike again, for the call of an adventure is a wild call and a clear call that rises from heart's centre. And all I ask is the weeks free, the phone charged, the fuel gauged high, the tent packed, the laughter ready, and the throttle set to fly. This is the Laughter Trail, the story of my solo motorcycle trip to Norway and back again. I never really planned to ride to Nordkapp. It just sort of happened. For a long time I've wanted to see the lovely crinkly edges of the coastline that is Norway's fjordland. And this year I was able to put everything in place, find a friend to take care of my yoga classes and just go. I'd never done anything like this before, and there were so many things I didn't know. Also, I'd never travelled alone. I didn't know if my riding skills were up to task, how I'd adapt to the other side of the road, how many miles I could do a day. Would I need rest days? Would I miss friends and family? And how would I handle the loneliness? How would my old body cope sleeping in a tent for 3 months? All these unknowns made planning ahead difficult, so I simply booked a one-way ferry, Harwich to Holland, arranged to stay with friends overnight, and had an idea for the first campsite destination. Getting on the Harwich ferry was exciting. All the bikes were placed together, and the sound as we started the engines to board was thrilling. My fellow bikers helped me strap my bike down, and my adventure started. The motorcycles are let off the ferry first, and my plan had been to follow a random group of bikes for a bit to get used to riding on the right before putting on my sat-nav and going along alone. Maybe I stood out because everyone else was in groups or pairs, but I was pulled over for extra questioning and had to watch as the other bikes whizzed away. I was asked to remove my helmet, produce my return ticket, which I didn't have. After several intimidating questions about home, work, finances, and how long I planned to stay, I was eventually allowed to enter Europe. I took my first few days really gently, repeating the mantra, ride right, look left, ride right, look left, over and over. I asked my Dutch friends when to give way to cyclists, and they told me always, even when it's your right of way. The Netherlands is so bicycle friendly, the road layout's clear. It was a joy to ride on smooth roads without potholes, very clear lane markings, space for all road users, and polite and considerate road manners. There were some remarkable bicycles, many with children and large dogs, in a huge box on the front. I don't know how they balance with just 2 wheels. The first few days took a lot of concentration, energy and stamina, not just the road and riding skills, getting used to sleeping in the tent, but learning also how to recognise the brand names of shops and the goods within. Just as in the UK, much shopping is in supermarkets, and if you're not familiar with the name, a store might sell groceries, sportswear, or even office furniture. The same as with the food and the products within. Was it toothpaste or hand cream I was buying? And as a vegetarian, I was never quite sure what I might eat. At times, during my first few days, I wished I was with an organised group, knowing that there would be a sensible route, friends, a hot meal, and a comfortable bed at the end of the day. However, I'd chosen to travel on my own and had to find the strength and optimism to keep going. One of the benefits of travelling solo is how friendly people are and their willingness to stop and talk. The bike is often a good conversation opener. Mine is a Kawasaki Z650 RS called Caterpillar. The retro design reminds older folk of their early riding years, and the younger ones like the shiny green colour and the golden wheels. She wasn't designed as a tourer, there's no fairing, but as they say, the best bike to go touring on is the one you've already got. A major purpose of my journey was to collect laughter. I met so many interesting people on my trip, and instead of taking photos, I took a sound recording of a short conversation with my new friends and asked them to laugh with me. Laughter is uplifting, brings happiness and a joyful connection between people. Every shared laugh releases endorphins and lifts your spirits. So whenever I'm on holiday, I like to collect laughter. I really hope you enjoy listening to these people's stories and the laughter that they've shared. If possible, it'd be great if you could smile or even chuckle along with us. Okay, I hope you enjoy them. Bye, so long.
Here we go.
Son, you are a laugh.
Please subscribe, like, and comment. And in the next episode, the person you'll hear laughing is Anjo, a Dutchman I met in the Polder Garden of Love and Fire.